You are standing on a wooden crate in the middle of a dusty town square. A crowd of farmers and tired workers stares up at you. They look skeptical. You need to hook them, and you need to do it fast. You hold up a brown glass bottle so it catches the sunlight. Step close. Don't be shy. I see you rubbing that shoulder, sir. What ails you? The gout? Or just the weight of the world? You lower your voice to a whisper, making them lean in. This isn't just water, folks. This is Dr. Johnson's golden elixir. It cures backaches, toothaches, and heartaches. One sip and you'll feel 20 years younger. Who's first? It works. A hand shoots up holding a silver dollar. Then another. You start snatching coins as fast as you can, shoving bottles into desperate hands. Sold! Sold to the lady in the blue bonnet. Your pockets are getting heavy with silver. This is the best part of the job. But then you look toward the back of the crowd. The sea of people parts. A man in a clean suit is walking toward you. There's a metal star pinned to his chest. It's the sheriff. You stop smiling. And that's all for today. We're sold out. Bless you all. Barnaby, the sheriff. Kick the mules. Go, go, go. You hop in as the wagon starts to move, leaving the confused crowd in a cloud of dust. You made $50, but you also barely made it out alive. The wagon rattles for miles. Finally, the angry town is far behind you. You signal Barnaby to pull over by a slow-moving creek. It's time to restock the inventory. You're a chemist of garbage. You grab a wooden bucket and dip it into the murky brown stream. That's your base. Next, you pull out a sack of red cayenne pepper. You dump a handful into the bucket because if the medicine doesn't burn their throat, the farmers don't think it's working. The burn tells them it's strong. Then you add a splash of molasses to give it a dark, rich color. And finally, the secret weapon. You pull a small vial from your boot, opium. You add just a few drops. This is the only part that actually does anything. It won't fix a broken bone or cure a fever, but it will make them feel dreamy enough to forget they were sick in the first place. You stir the sludge with a stick and funnel it into the empty bottles. Goodbye, Dr. Johnson, you mutter, scraping the old labels off with a knife. Johnson is a wanted man back there. You can't use that name again. You pull a stack of fresh red labels from a hidden compartment. Dr. Thunder's Lightning Tonic. New town, new name, but the same muddy water. Let's ride, Barnaby. We've got money to make. You roll into Iron Creek. This isn't a sleepy farm town like the last one. It's a mining camp, and the vibe is completely different. It's loud here. The air smells like coal smoke, sulfur, and unwashed bodies. The men here work 16 hours a day deep underground. They're exhausted, their backs are ruined, and they are angry at the world. But they also have pockets full of silver. Park the wagon here, Barnaby, you whisper. Light the torches, let's give them a show. Barnaby lights a couple torches on the side of the wagon, lighting up your new banner, Dr. Thunder's Lightning Tonic. You step out onto a crate. You don't wear your fancy top hat this time. You roll up your sleeves, you rub a little dirt on your face. To sell to these men, you can't look like a city slicker. You need to look like a friend of the working man. Listen to me. I know you're tired. I know your bones ache. The company doctors won't help you. They want you weak, so you keep working for pennies. The miners stop walking. They turn toward the firelight. You have their attention. You hold up the bottle. This isn't some fancy perfume. This is fuel. It puts the iron back in your blood. It gives you the strength of a grizzly bear. A massive miner steps forward. He slams a coin onto your crate. You hand him a bottle. The whole crowd watches as he uncorks it and takes a massive swig. He freezes. He coughs violently. His eyes water. The cayenne pepper is burning his throat. You hold your breath. If he gets mad, this mob will tear your wagon apart. It burns, the miner yells, wiping his mouth. You point a finger at him. That means it's burning out the weakness. The miner grins. I can feel it kicking in already. The crowd roars. Suddenly, everybody wants the burn. They swarm the wagon, waving cash and gold dust. You hand out bottles 2 at a time, moving faster than you ever have. You look at Barnaby and wink. This is going to be the biggest payday of your life. You're unstoppable. Or so you think. Your collection box is so full of coins that the lid won't even close. You're grabbing fistfuls of cash, stuffing them into your pockets, your boots, and even down your shirt. You've sold 50 bottles in 10 minutes. Last case! 20 hands shoot up at once, clutching silver dollars. But before you can make the sale, a voice screams out from the darkness. You snake! The crowd freezes. A man pushes his way to the front of the crowd, shoving the giant miners aside like they're nothing. He isn't covered in coal dust. He's wearing a suit that used to be nice, but now it's covered in 3 days of road dust. He looks like he hasn't slept in a week. He points a shaking finger right at your nose. In his other hand, he clutches a familiar brown bottle, but it doesn't say Dr. Thunder on the label. It says Dr. Johnson. You sold me this in the valley. I tracked your wagon tracks for 40 miles. You said it would cure my stomach. It made me sick for a week. It's just pepper and pond water. Your heart stops. You try to laugh it off. My good sir, I've never seen you before in my life. You must have me confused with a cheap imitator. There are many charlatans out there, but I am liar, the man screams. He throws the bottle. The smell hits the crowd instantly. It doesn't smell like medicine. It smells like pond water and mud. The big miner, the one who tasted it first, steps forward. He looks at the bottle in his hand, then he looks at the shattered glass. He takes a sniff. He doesn't look like a friend anymore. Is this true, little man? Are you poisoning us? Now, wait just a moment. It's an experimental blend. Someone in the back throws a rock. It whizzes past your ear and shatters a lantern, which starts a fire. The crowd starts coming for you. They want blood. Panic takes over. Barnaby! You dive toward the back of the wagon, scrambling over crates of glass bottles. Barnaby is already whipping the mules into a frenzy. The wagon begins to move. But you aren't free. Not yet. A man lunges at the wagon and grabs your ankle. It's the man in the suit. He's running behind the moving wagon, refusing to let go. His eyes are wild. You aren't going anywhere. You finally manage to shake him loose. He screams, his grip slips, and he tumbles backward into the dust, nearly getting trampled by the angry mob behind him. Faster, Barnaby, they're gaining on us. The wagon picks up speed, running through the mining camp.